So guys, I'm gonna be watching a bear cub. I'm gonna be making a bear cub. So I won't be drawing on the digital camera. I'll just be drawing on my own. So guys, please help me reach my goal of 1,000 or 10,000 subscribers or 100,000 by liking and subscribing. Please, bless you and have a good day. If you don't subscribe, it's fine. Let's get started.
Let's draw this black bear cub together, from a well-proportioned outline into a fully shaded and textured drawing. And as always, let's take a look at this photo of this bear cub. Since it's a bear cub, its head is really big for its body compared to an adult bear. If we check the proportions, I think that its body is about 2 heads wide. So, with these proportions in mind, let's start with the head. I want this cub to be pretty small and cute, so let's use 2 fingers to measure the head and mark it on the right and left of it.
To make it here and right here.
Now we can use these marks and draw a circle between them. It really doesn't have to be perfect. We can always redraw it if we feel like it.
I just draw straight lines which follow the curve. I just do overlapping lines. I just don't do it in one single stroke.
Now, let's draw the guidelines for the face. Draw a vertical line down the middle of your circle and a horizontal line across the middle too.
Wait guys. Ano ba yan? Ano ba yan, macho? Wala na kaming kumot nila. Make up it. Make up it. Make up it. Make up it. Sorry for the wait.
Right where those lines cross, draw a tall oval shape that goes down past the bottom of your circle. This is going to be your bear's snout. Time for the nose. Near the bottom of your oval, draw a wide ellipse and fill it with a dark tone, applying hard pencil pressure on it to go really dark. For the mouth, let's darken the part of the guide below the nose and the tiny part of the other guide above it. Let's give our cub some eyes. Draw a small circle just under the center of each half of the horizontal guide and fill them in with a dark tone.
Okay. If you have your sharpeners out, you have a lucky day.
Our cub needs some ears. Draw 2 half-circle bumps on top of your bear's head, one on each side. They should look like little rounded hills peeking up.
One of them.
Look at that! Step completed! Our little cub is really starting to take shape. Let's give him a body in the next step.
Next step, guys. We're not just gonna draw a black bear cub. We're gonna draw different drawings.
Let's figure out our cub's proportions. Remember that the body is 2 heads wide. So from the back of the head, we only need 1 head and a half of it. We measured 2 fingers for the head, add a half of that, and that's 3 fingers. So let's use 3 fingers and mark the body to the left.
I think that would be 4 because his hand is bigger. That is way further than I expected. No. Is that too further? Yeah, I think that is.
Now we can draw the body with a big oval, a bit lower than the head. From the edge of the head all the way to our mark.
And back. Look, it looks like a torn.
Let's connect the head to the body with a short curve, reaching just under the ear. Our bear needs something to stand on. It looks like the ground is about 1 head away from the snout. So to draw it, let's measure 2 fingers below it and mark it. That's where we'll draw the ground.
3 fingers. I'm gonna make some background after drawing it.
Now we can draw the ground with a horizontal line, crossing the mark.
Look at this, bro. Look at this.
Let's draw our cub's legs, starting with the front one, drawing a curve from the corner of the mouth all the way to the ground line.
I know what's that for.
And to finish the shape, another curve, starting here, going down. As you can see, I'm simplifying the shape and using the reference image as inspiration.
Mine looks a bit longer.
And let's add a paw with an arch, like a tiny hill. 3 legs to go. For this front leg, draw a curve starting on the other corner of the mouth, crossing the leg, and landing on the ground. Let's close it with a curve starting here. Don't forget the paw. Cool! For the back legs, let's start with a curve from the edge of the body, going down, and let's close the shape, starting here with another curve, and draw the paw at the bottom. For the second back leg, draw curves going down from here. And add a paw, of course. Good job! We are so close to finishing the outline. Let's erase the guidelines on the body and head, since we don't need them anymore. Take your time with it. There's no rush.
Matthew, what is the yellow visor below the top? I have to wait for you, okay? If you're done. Matthew, when you're done now, we can wait.
Okay.
Don't worry if you erased some of your good lines too. It's actually a great chance to draw them again and make them even better. I do this all the time. Did you know that in late spring, black bears shed their old fur and grow a fresh coat? And we're doing exactly the same, erasing the old lines and growing a fresh and clean drawing. Step completed, and so is your outline. Now let's keep improving our drawing by adding some shading. Our bear is looking amazing. Let's make it even better with shading. And let's begin with a dark tone. Of course, our bear is all black, but some parts are darker, like the ears, and the drop shadows our cub casts on itself. I'll start with the ears, filling them in with a dark tone, holding my pencil really close to the tip. It's a great way to apply hard pencil pressure and have better control over it in tight spots like the ears. Now, let's mark the drop shadows our bear casts on its body, starting on the back here, curving with the shape of the leg and reaching the foot. And on the second leg too. And now we can fill it up with a dark tone. I'm shading in the direction of the fur, making the shading itself look hairy. It'll support the fur texture we'll add later. And don't forget to fill this area up as well.
Nawala tuloy yung 700 views. Ganun pala yun, alam ko na, hindi ako mag-edit-edit, nawala. Na yan.
Sa TikTok.
Dito sa ano? Dito sa Facebook. Alam ko na next time, hindi pala. Inedit ko lang yung kalita ng video bukas. Nawala ang si Bernardo.
Nice! Let's move to the back legs, marking the drop shadows in between the legs with a curve starting here, going all the way down on the right side, and a curve on the belly. Now we can shade the area we've marked with a dark tone. And let's shade the whole leg that's in the back, since all of it's in the shadow.
Not recommended to sample gens. Bakit? Buang mo ba? Anong di mo ko pwede nga magpagod? Roy age.
Great work! But don't stop just yet. Let's finish up our shading in the next step.
Nag-comment ka na lang ulit po. Bago mga viewers yata, i-delete na lang natin. Ganda na ang tato po.
Looking good! Now that we've shaded the dark tones, let's simply shade the rest of our bear with the mid-tone. Again, shading with the direction of the fur. I'm applying much lighter pressure, holding my pencil farther from the tip. It makes it easier to press lightly, but also gives the shading this free and fluffy look. My shading is made up of fast movements with my pencil. I want to cover bigger ground with this gray tone. Don't worry if you're not as fast. Take your time. Enjoy the process.
Sayang, ganda na sana. Maka-1K na sana. Wala,
Ano ba yun?
video ko lang.
And let's move over to add a mid-tone to the rest of the body, starting with the head.
That's how.
And let's shade the front leg as well.
Doon tayo matulog na. Kami dyan. Matulog kami dyan.
What? I thought we're gonna make a house.
But you gonna make there, not here kasi we go to the ano.
But can we still have the pillows and kumot?
Yeah, you can come upstairs. I put there.
If some of your lines disappeared while shading, no worries at all. You can go over them again, just as I'm doing now.
Matthew, come here.
Close your eyes. Don't open yet. Not yet. Okay, pray natin sa Lord na gumawa.
Guess what? Step completed! Fantastic work! Next up, some final details.
Okay? Don't trap, bebe, ha?
Nag-drawing kasi lulu. Dito ka na lang gumawa ng bahay-bahay and Matthew.
Diri, oh.
Ano na ba, okay? What time ka matulog? Kasi magsimba bukas. 12:30 ha?
12:30? Oh, yeah, ma.
12:30 ayaw.
12:30, ano? Oh,
What? I thought you said there's kumot. I mean pillows and kumot. It's not even that much.
Have you seen the
It's not even that much.
Nagising na ako ng sige.
Yeah, we won't make a bedroom. We won't make a bedroom.
Good night.
We won't make a bed. Not enough pillows to make a bed.
Ito, ibigay. O, pilo.
I did the small pillows.
Oh, ayan. Nandun na lahat.
Nakita mo ba yung yung nakita have you seen that movie? Nakita niyo ba yung teddy bear? Nandun ba yung teddy bear? Are you sure that? I don't know. Okay, Hug mommy, hug mommy. Mommy, hug.
Because I want to make videos for the viewers.
Can you click on it now?
What if they click off the video?
Baby, don't click on it.
Yeah, I know.
I can comment.
Yeah, it's your choice.
Auntie, you wanna bring the plushie bag?
Yeah! No.
you wanna get it?
Yeah, just bring it.
Okay. No, baby raccoon.
Our bear is looking amazing. Let's finish up our adorable bear. Let's finish up our adorable bear with some fur texture. Our bear is quite fuzzy overall, so I'll scatter dashes of hair wherever I see fit, starting here on the front of the body. We don't have to draw every single hair, I'll go easy on it. Just a hint of fur texture is perfect to make everything feel furry. slowly moving to the back of the body. I'll finish this leg, and, moving to the front of the body, I'll scatter some on the leg, and just a bit on the face. This much fur is enough for me to show the fluff of our furry friend. You can continue for as long as you see fit. And there you have it. In such a short time, you've created this adorable bear cub from basic outlines into a fully shaded and textured drawing. Incredible work! I hope you had as much fun as I had, and I can't wait to draw with you again.
Can we make a bet?
Guys,
Go ahead, add it to your journal.
so guys, look at my drawing. I drew some backgrounds because I wanted to make it even better. So look, I might smudge it after to make it better. Yeah, I'm smudging it right now. Smudge, smudge, smudge. Look at that. Oh, it's now covered with dust. I shouldn't have did that. The bacteria is inside here. There's thousands of bacteria here now. Shouldn't have used this as a towel. Oh yeah, do not use this. It's bacteria.
What?
Look, pencil streaks are there.
Okay, yeah, but then why are you touching it? You said don't touch. You said don't touch. Why are you touching it?
I said do not use it, not touch
But
it.
you're using it.
Fine.
Brother, use what?
Okay, we're gonna draw a different drawing. Tell me what you want to draw in the comments. Ooh, Excalibur.
If you want, you can draw this together. Is someone with you? When you draw with someone, add them. You'll both get sparks and add to your journals.
You want to draw with me?
No.
Okay.
Let's draw this legendary sword in a stone together, step by step, from simple shapes to a fully shaded and textured drawing. In this first step, we're only going to focus on the outline of this sword. But before we start, let's take a quick look at a reference photo. Notice how the sword rests so dramatically in the stone. Its parts break down into simple shapes, a circle for the top, a horizontal bar forming the crossguard, and the vertical grip and blade creating a strong cross shape, all anchored by a chunky, rugged stone below. Let's start with measuring the height of the sword, which I think is about the height of the palm of my hand. So I'll place my palm on the page and mark above and below. Then connect it with a vertical line.
Let me get a new paper, guys. Just wait. So,
Muffy, do you know
Here.
Twinkle Twinkle Star is from Canada and has 2.1 billion views? Yeah.
oh,
From Canada.
Now, the handle sits about a quarter of the way down from the top of the sword. So I'll place 2 fingers on the page to measure and make a small mark there. Next, I'll measure out the width of the handle. It looks roughly 3 fingers wide, so I'll mark spots on either side. Then, I'll connect those marks with a horizontal line. I'll just tidy up the edges a little. Cool.
it looks like you're drawing Jesus' cross.
Now we have the basic measurements of the sword. Let's start shaping it. I'll start with this little circle on top, which is called a pommel. So simply draw a circle on top.
if you hit SimplyDraw, it uses AI images, right? But it doesn't make you make the stuff from the AI. So it's a legit. So
Let's
do
shake the
not
handle
think
next.
this,
I'll begin by adding two small inward arcs on either side of our horizontal line. From the edges of these arcs, I'll draw curved lines that sweep inward to meet the center line, giving the handle a gentle taper.
So here, it's like whoever lifts the stores.
Next, to complete the connection from the circle down to the guard, I'll draw two more curved lines that flow from the bottom of the circle to the crossguard area. Now, let's draw the blade wedged in the stone. I'll start with the bottom of the blade by drawing two short inward lines. Next, from the handle, I'll draw two slightly diagonal lines going down to form the blade.
Instant.
Oops, that line's a bit off. No worries, I'll just erase and redraw it.
Oops, oh my god, it's very off. Oh no, I will have to write my drawing and take it. I think I'm gonna allow you music.
The stone in the reference has this diamond-like shape with jagged, rough edges, so I'll start by drawing two uneven diagonal lines slanting down and out from behind the blade. It doesn't have to be any specific angle. Any kind of stone will do. Then I'll sketch in the sides of the stone with a couple more angled lines. Finally, I'll close off the bottom of the diamond with two irregular lines, keeping it imperfect and rocky, just like a real stone. Now let's tidy up our drawing. Erase any unwanted construction lines, but keep the line running through the blade. We'll need it for shading later. If you erase a little too much, just redraw it all back. I almost forgot to add a line for the front of the stone. Cool. Amazing work! You've outlined your mighty sword in the stone. In the next step, let's add some shading to give it some depth and dimension. In this step, we'll add shading to give our sword real depth and make it stand out from the page. In the reference, I can see the dark tones around the left side of the sword in the stone. Let's start with marking the areas of the handle. On the circle, I'll draw a thin line, and then fill it in with the dark tone, holding my pencil close to its tip for better control. I'll continue with marking the side of the handle and filling it in. Now let's move on to the handle. I'll start by adding a bit of dimension, then shade it in with a nice dark tone to make it stand out. I'll do the same for the bottom of the blade, giving it some weight and depth.
What? Where? The grave is still open. I think mommy.
For the blade, I'll slightly thicken the line on the left side, just enough to add shape while keeping it looking nice and slender. I'll also darken the center line a bit to give the sword a bit more form and subtle detail. Did you know the legendary sword in the stone is actually the origin story of Excalibur? According to the myth, only the true king could pull this sword from the stone, and when a young boy named Arthur did, he became the king of Britain. Pretty epic way to pick a king, right? Let's add some dark tones to the stone. I'll begin by shading right where the sword meets the stone to give it a wedged-in look, adding a sense of weight and depth. I'll also draw a shadow stretching outward from behind the sword. Then shade it in. It's a simple touch that makes the whole scene feel more dramatic and grounded. And finally, I'll shade the left side of the stone with a darker tone, shading in patches, taking my time. Here's a handy tip. When you fill in the stone, let your strokes go in all sorts of directions. That way, it'll look rugged and natural, just like a real stone.
Look at this, guys. I'm gonna.
Did you know? Excalibur is so famous, it's like the celebrity of all swords. If swords had red carpets, Excalibur would totally steal the spotlight.
I'm gonna follow the contour. The up and down motion is popular because you can just fill it.
Now let's add midtones to bring out more form. I'll lightly mark and fill midtones on parts of the pommel and grip. Inside the guard, draw a shape that mirrors its outer curves, then shade it with a midtone. I'm holding my pencil a little further from the tip for a smooth shape. I'll create a curved border for the handle. Then shade it in with a midtone. For the guard, I just want to shade the center, leaving a white border. So I'll carefully draw a border for where I want to shade. It's a little messy here, so I'll clean it up. Then I'll shade inside with a midtone.
We're gonna fill the inside with a midtone. Good thing we already have midtone in here. And look, this masterpiece is almost finished.
It's tricky trying to be precise. If you made a mistake like I did, just erase and refine your drawing. On the blade, I'll mark two thin lines that will be white. These will look like shiny highlights. Then, shade in midtones around them.
Look, it looks so detailed, guys. Wait.
And finally, I'll also shade the other side of the stone in midtone. Again, shading in patches, going in different directions for a natural stone look. Looking great! Our sword is really starting to look solid, like it's ready to be pulled straight out of the stone by a true hero. In the next and final step, let's take it even further by adding some texture details to bring this legendary scene to life.
So guys, we completed the first step, so let's keep going, guys.
Now for the fun finishing touches that'll really make this drawing pop. Let's start by roughening up the stone a little more, simply by drawing little patches along the top edges and sprinkling a few irregular shapes on its surface. This makes it look organic, like weathered rock. I don't even know how you'd get a sword stuck in a stone, unless magic was involved, which honestly feels like cheating. But hey, who's gonna argue with wizards?
Look, unregular. Used to be about.
Now, let's get a little creative with the sword. The guard and handle have these ornate carvings. I'm going to create some for mine. There is no rule to this. I'll start by drawing a small circle in the center of the guard. And add a little detail in. I'll follow the shape of the guard's edges and draw little triangles in each side. Try to keep it symmetrical. I'll add some details pointing out of the circle.
Look at this.
For the handle, I want it to grip well, so I'll draw these diagonal lines with a soft curve to them as if the grip is being wrapped around. And finally, I'll add a few concentric circles in the pommel at the top to give it an ornamental, jewel-like feel.
On your ball, it will look like it's on the floor. Or if you've anything. Hey, okay. Stop this.
And there you have it. You've drawn the mythical sword in the stone. From a simple outline to a fully shaded and textured drawing, it's come to life beautifully. Excalibur would be proud. I hope you had as much fun as I had, and I can't wait to draw with you again.
Guys, if you want more of these videos, like and subscribe.